Hello everybody and welcome to Arifureta from Commonplace to World's Strongest episode 1 anime review. Episode 1 anime review. Yeah, it's an isekai, so you know, there's a lot of them, not enough of them. In all seriousness now, I was a little bit disappointed by this, a little bit let down. I haven't read the light novel or nothing, but it wasn't necessarily terrible. But I guess I'd heard it been talked up quite a lot and I was expecting more. It certainly could get better, but this first episode didn't do a whole lot for me. So yeah, we'll get into the episode itself, then at the end I'll talk more in general about it. But yeah, I hope it gets better, because first episode was not very convincing. So we'll start the episode at the beginning. We have a guy who is the main character, whose name I believe is Hajime, but I don't think it was ever said in the episode. I remember reading it somewhere. So main guy, Hajime, falls in a hole in a dungeon. Falls, you know, falls. He trips and falls. That's not how it goes down, but we'll get there later. Finds a bunny there, but it's actually an evil death bunny and tries to kill him. But then like a bear thing shows up. I'm calling it a bear because it looks kind of like a bear. Then it kills the rabbit. A boy runs away. Bear chases him. Has like blade lasers. Let's go with that. Blade laser boomerangs. Cuts off his arm. So now he's missing an arm. So that's not ideal. So he crawls away from it into a little hidey hole. And it's in a hidey hole now essentially. And then he passes out because he's bleeding out. He's probably going to die. But then when he wakes up again, there's a crystal thing above him, which he learnt about at the library. That's a weird thing about this show. It should mention it at the end, but I'm going to mention it now. We didn't really see how they got isekai'd. From what I can gather from other reviews, like on my anime list and that, people who know the light novel are saying that they're telling the story out of chronological order, at least for this beginning bit, which I don't know if that's true, I have no evidence. But that seems kind of weird, especially because if this was meant to catch people's attention, it's not. It's not caught my attention. It's yeah, not a lot really happened in this first episode, and it was really dark and I was squinting. So yeah, better lighting please. That'll be ideal. It's gonna be caves a lot. It's not gonna be well lit, is it? I hope it is, because my TV proper glares off the sun, or the sun glares off the TV. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get more on with the episode. What happens next? So now we get like a little flashback bit. He was with his whole class, I guess, exploring the dungeon. I don't know any of their names. I didn't write down. Then there was an evil crystal, like a trap crystal, that teleports them into a trap room with a giant skeleton thing. He holds it off with dirt because he's a synergist, I think he said, and he can make Earth move. I guess. I didn't. Sure, let's go with that. So he's holding it off by putting Earth there. The others escape. So then he's in the front with the monster, they're all at the back. So he starts running back, they're all shooting the monster. Somebody hits him square in the chest, and then he falls over. The floor crumbles with the monster, and that's how he falls further into the cavern. I don't remember who it was that blasted him. We do see like not a close-up, but like a below the mouth shot of him. And yeah, so I guess there is a bad guy, we know. But then before that, one of his classmates, who was a girl, warned him that something bad was going to happen to him because she saw it in a dream. So I guess she can see the future, sort of. But yeah, so Hajime been left on his own. We have all the class who they're just side mooks, aren't they? At the moment, we didn't really get. The problem, if they have told this out of order, the problem now is we don't know who any of these people really are. Other than we got Hajime being the main guy. Like, who was the older dude? Was he a teacher, or was he someone from the fantasy world? They don't even really make a big deal that this was an isekai. It's like mentioned in passing, like, oh yeah, we got summoned to another world, whatever. Like, regardless of what you think about the isekai boom, it's big at the moment. You should be pushing that very hard. Be like, this is an isekai. Because people who like isekai typically like most isekai. At least that's how I find it. But yeah, I keep going on rants because I really wanted this to be better than it was. So he's in the hidey hole, sulking a little bit. He feels betrayed by everyone, even though it wasn't really their fault. It was one guy that hit him. You can't blame everyone for that. And then he caught some monsters, traps, because he's really hungry. Eats the monster. Well, I guess not a big mistake. So he eats it, and then his hair turns white, and then he gets all the powers of the monster, gets more powerful. So it's kind of weird. So he eats the monster, and that is like him leveling up. He levels up by eating the monster, essentially. And when he eats them, he gets their abilities also. So that's obviously going to be a thing later on. But using his new power, he cooks meat and makes a gun and bullets. In this fantasy world, he made a gun. I mean, that's efficient, you know. A gun in a fantasy world, bringing a gun to a sword fight, that's what you do. But, yeah, kind of fine, you know, that he's got a gun. A little bit weird, but now he's got a way to fight at least, so that's good. It's going to be weird if next episode we go back to the, you know, beginning, if it were, like Demi getting isekai'd, and we get, like, essentially the flashback but longer for the second episode. I think I might do that, honestly, which would be weird if they did. But yeah, let's get to this last part of the episode. So now that he's got his new powers and everything, he goes to fight the bear monster that stole his arm, he ate his arm, and he finds it, he's able to fight it and everything, lops its arm off, shoots it off, then he takes a bite out of its arm and gets the bear's powers, and then he kills the bear by shooting it between the eyes, so that's pretty efficient. And then after all that, he starts walking or whatever, and then we cut to like some girl who's hanging, like up like this. I can't do it, I'm trying to keep my arms in frame, but she's like hung up, she's blonde, she's not wearing any clothes, and she might be a child. I don't know, that's up for debate. I didn't write the light novel, you can't be mad at me. So yeah, that was where the episode ended. Like I said, not a lot really happened. We had our main character turn all edgy and white-haired, but, you know, yeah, like I said, I was disappointed by this, but not to the point where I'm going to stop watching it. I'm going to keep watching it, because I think it can get better. I think it will get better. I think the opening is going to be really weird and bizarre, and like out of order and weird, but then once we sort that out, I think it'll be pretty good. That's what I think. I'm not read the light novel or nothing, like I said. People were also saying the CG was bad. I don't know if it was just me. It didn't seem excessively bad. Like, obviously it wasn't good because it's anime CG and it's never good, but it wasn't the worst I've seen, so that's a good thing. Maybe I might look at it again later, because I might have just forgotten. It might have been way worse than I'm remembering, which is a possibility with my observational skills. But yeah, let me know what you thought about this episode and everything. If you really enjoyed it, that's great, because that's great, yeah. Enjoying things is good. I try and be positive on this show, which is why I'm optimistic heading to the future. But yeah, let's do this thing. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you like this review. There's loads of other reviews on here I'm doing. I'll be here for this summer season. I've got loads of stuff doing. Arifureta, I'll be here every Monday doing a review, so check back, subscribe and check back, and we'll talk about the next episode next week. What else have I got to say? Let me know what you thought about the episode and everything. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, about does it. I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.